So guys, finally the northern elders have reacted to the buying of those so-called hunters in Edo State. We all know what happened. The north has finally come out to issue serious warnings. Serious warning to Tinubu, asking that the perpetrators must be paraded, meaning those people who buyed those people must be paraded. They want to see their faces. So guys, it is really, really shocking to see that northern elders will come out to make this kind of statement. You know, before this time, the people of Uromi have been crying. The Fulanis have been going about buying people. Nobody ever came out like this to issue warning to the Fulani community to stop buying people. Look at what has been happening all over the places. In short, this latest report published yesterday said 80% of the people who have been buyed in the southeast were buyed by the Fulani herders. The northerners don't refer to this. Recently in Ondo State, people were running away from their community because they had herders attacking them. The northerners don't come out to make this kind of remark. They don't come out to issue warning to the Fulani communities to stop buying the southerners. Now, these people now were buyed in Edo State. They are coming to issue serious one. In short, they said they are ready to secede. That means Nigeria will divide if the Tinubu's government is not ready to take care of the northerners. You can imagine this. Anyway, you won't blame the north because they always stand up for their people. You blame the southern leaders. Look at what has been happening in Ondo State. No Yoruba leader has spoken. Look at in Oyo State, no Yoruba leader has spoken. Even in Osun State, no Yoruba leader has spoken. You go to the southeast, look at what they've been doing all over the places. Is it in Enugu State? Is it in Anambra State? Is it in Imo State's own has been long? All over in the southeast, none of our leaders have ever come out to issue serious warning. Now the north cannot even consider that it's because of all the attacks the people of Edo have been experiencing. That was actually what instigated that buying of those people. Because people were living in fear. And when they saw these people with guns, they say, oh, these are the people that have been terrorizing us. And we were told that one of the hunters even stabbed one of those vigilantes. That was even what led to the buying. And they don't even want to understand it from the point that it's because these people have been going through constant attacks. That's what led them to that. Nobody is in support of buying those hunters. Nobody is in support of jungle justice. But as it has happened, the way the North is taking it, they are really taking it far. So guys, I'm going to allow you to take a look at this. I'm really going to allow you to take a look at this. Let me know your honest reaction to what is happening in Nigeria. It's really so sad that the North have not considered thousands of lives that have been taken away by the Fulani herders. Thousands. Look at what is happening today in Plateau State. As at yesterday, they mentioned how many people, they had serious attack from these herders yesterday. Now, in Benue State, everywhere is on fire. They've come back again to Benue. They are buying on a daily basis. These northerners cannot hold this kind of conference to speak. They are coming to issue strong warning to the Tinubu's government. So guys, let me just allow you to take a look at this video. Take a look for yourself.
This is a press conference organized by concerned northerners. The nation woke up on the 28th of March to the horrifying news of a gruesome massacre in which about 16 people from northern part of the country were massacred in a very savagery manner that is reminiscent to the barbarism of the old Roman Empire. We have noted that since the event, leaders have issued the usual condemnation, and security agencies have announced the commencement of investigations, and community leaders have risen up to speak on the atrocity. But even as this was happening, some reckless parochial local champions have continued to insult the North and deride its people, fabricating lies and spreading mischief on the incidents. This is a very familiar scene in the last 2 decades. We are here to tell Nigerians that this incident is one too many and will no longer be tolerated. We are speaking after due consultations with the Northern Elders Forum and the Arewa Consultative Forum and some northern professionals, and precisely because we have restrained our youth from reacting and retaliating. For the records, This is not the first time that Northerners have been targeted and killed under several guises and excuses. We recall the event of March 2016, where at the Mile 12 crisis, where Northerners were killed. In the same 2016, another massacre of innocent Hausa traders and settlers in Port Harcourt were killed. In December 2019, in Akure Market, is the Akure Market killing, where Northerners were killed. In Oyo State, at the Iganga killings in June 2021, where Northerners were killed and their properties were destroyed. In April 2021, in Imo State, dozens of Northern traders and cattle herders were slaughtered in cold blood by some armed bandits. In all of these incidences, the North restrained itself, even as they are far more larger in population than Southerners. In all these incidences, the North restrained itself, even as they are far more larger populations of these Southerners enjoying in the North. They are growing their businesses, making money off Northerners, all without any form of harassment. The North is not stupid. We can no longer allow a situation where our people are hunted down like game, while the same tribes are welcomed in the North, enjoying hospitality and making money off Northerners. This government and the ones it succeeded have also shown that they neither have the will or the capacity to deal with the threats to human life in Nigeria. The country has become a killing zone as they sit there and supervise the sharing of national resources meant to provide for the welfare and security of our citizens. As a result, citizens daily face precarious hazards as they work hard just to eke a living. In other words, our governments are in the habit of ignoring their constitutional duties and taking care of themselves and their fantasies, while citizens who voted for them in the first place rot away in penury and anguish as if they have no conscience at all. This is, to say the least, is a political blasphemy, and it has its consequences. As certain as death, it will come when it will come. We therefore need to remind this government that in the hierarchy of human needs, human life comes first. They have sworn to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which categorically and explicitly stated that the purpose of governance is the welfare and security of its citizens. We need to remind this government that they are here basking in power courtesy of the votes from the North. We need to remind this government and its security agencies that their excuses for their failure to secure this country has long been unattainable, and citizens will not continue to take these excuses kindly. Finally, these killings of Northerners and the deriding of the North have aggravated and amplified the national question. If Northerners are still citizens of the Nigerian state, then they must be accorded the rights and privileges of citizens in any part of the Nigerian Federation. If, however, the Nigerian state is not willing or ready to accord Northerners their rights and privileges as citizens, then Northerners will have no option, will have no obligation towards the Nigerian state. The Nigerian state, like any modern state, is sustained by the social contract, as John Locke's theory of social contract says, and I quote, held that the obligation to obey civil government under the social contract was conditional upon the protection of the natural rights of each person, unquote. So if the state should fail, we have no obligation to obey or even continue the union. The North has continued to make sacrifices to keep the union. It looks like it is time to throw in the towel. While we still appeal to our youth for restraint, this time we shall keep our fingers crossed and mount a sentinel to monitor the investigation promised and the prosecution of those arrested and the payment of the compensation to the families of those who lost their lives. Because the people they elected failed to live up to the oath of office to the tenets of the Constitution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think you raised a very germane and a fundamental issue. But let me enlighten you that the group of concerned Northerners had been involved in stimulating conversation in the North as to how to deal with a plethora of these challenges. And this effort indeed yielded positive results when the Northern governors and the traditional rulers met in Kaduna and took far-reaching decisions as to how to deal with these issues. But don't forget that national security lies within the constitutional purview of the national government. Therefore, all subnational efforts mobilized to deal with this issue goes to nothing if there is no refined cooperation flowing from the federal government to complement this. And this is where the 19 northern states today face as challenges.
And FCT.
And yes, and FCT face as challenges. You made references to some of the horrific killings that are ongoing or took place within the North, which as a people, as at when they happen, we came out, we condemn. Not only condemning, we have also taken steps to ensure that we deal with the issue of the infiltration of northern community by sponsoring political disagreement and sometimes religious disagreement just to sustain this narrative that, oh, it's not well with the North, and so the North should not complain about what is happening. And this is why we are here today, to make a categorical statement that when you sight a snake in your house and suddenly the snake disappears, you are not going to embark on massive destruction of the house because you want to find a snake. You will have to be calm to create a decoy of a peaceful environment for the snake to emerge so that you can deal with it. That is not to say when an arsonist approach your house with a gallon of petrol, you will pretend that you are dealing with the snake question, and so your house will be set ablaze. So the North, with what has happened in Edo, we have made references to these killings, and to us in the North, it's already a pattern. And that's why we conclude by saying that all these sum up together raise the fundamental national question, which we have put it now at the doorstep of the federal government to consider it. Well, what I have basically put across is that we are appealing to the youth, the restive youth in the North, who by virtue of what has happened in Uromi are calling for reprisal. And I stated that the mere fact that all of us seated here are supposed to be in our comfort zone, celebrating Salah with our families, but we are here gathered in Abuja, convey how we appreciate how serious this issue is. And we're saying that this is not just mere normal press briefing. We're going to back up whatever we have stated here with action. We are going to deliver a letter thereafter to the Edo State Government Lodge to be conveyed to the governor about what we expect of this situation. A very transparent investigation. The suspect should be paraded, because the suspect had also identified themselves by the videos they produced and sent online. So they are known. We're saying that this transparent investigation will lead to accountability, and that in the final analysis, Edo State government will have to pay compensation for the lives of these 16 innocent people that died in transit. And we are saying that our people should consider what has happened as a challenge to our faith and of the citizens of the North everywhere. Finally, we are also calling on the federal government that as long as they will try to resolve this national question, they should guarantee the safety of lives of Northerners living anywhere in the country, while we appeal to our people to continue to demonstrate this hospitality of living peacefully with everybody in the North.
You see the man displaying his picture here. That's our Madike, Mamsi Nnamdi Kanu. Everything that is happening in Nigeria today in regards to the Fulani attacks here and there, the country is boiling at the moment like never before. What is it about? Fulani here, Fulani attack there, everywhere. Somebody saw these things long time ago. He spoke about them, but he wasn't taken serious. So many people said he was calling for separation, he was calling for violence. What's the storyline today? Does Nnamdi Kanu not deserve to be tagged prophet? But one thing that baffles me is, how did he even know all these things in advance? He said these things years back, and years later we are in the middle of it. Fulani's wahala, Fulani attack. Nnamdi Kanu told Nigerians to expect it and be ready for it. Perhaps prepare yourself for it or be taken down easily. Now, so we see him. Meanwhile, let's go back to what he said then.
That is the price you pay for treachery. That is the price you will continue to pay until you rise up and say, enough is enough. It is up to you to do it. You did it during NSAS. You can do it again. Can you imagine Fulani people telling you, if you remove Fulanis from Yoruba forest, imagine Fulani telling you, if you remove them from your ancestral lands, there will be war, and you are panicking, and you have not asked yourself, why are they not saying the same thing about the East? Why did they not say to Eastern Security Network? Why did they not say to me, if you don't stop evacuating Fulani terrorists from the forest, there will be war? Because they know, they understand psychologically that you don't have what it takes to resist them. Your lives are being taken away from you. Your forests are being occupied. Your mothers are being raped. Your daughters are being abducted. And the whole national government, presidency, is supporting such people. And you're telling me that Nigeria is viably sustainable. Is that what you're telling me? That somehow this contraption is sustainable, it is viable. It can never be. Because the more you stay in one Nigeria, the more you are inviting the Fulanis to take over your ancestral lands, to take over your villages, and to make life a misery for you. That is the end game. That is the outcome. If you doubt me, go and do a bit of research. Ask yourself, who are the Hausa people? Who are the Nupe people? Who are the Bachama people? All of these people were steamrolled by the Fulani march to the Atlantic Ocean. And now they're in Yoruba land. They're in their forests. They are in their forests. And who is going to drive them away from there? If not the Yoruba youths. Forget about your useless governors. Your elders are very strong. I love Yoruba elders. The way they behave, the way they talk. Very, very strong. They said they support Akeredolu. This is the governor from those state. They support him in what he's doing. People must come out to say that enough is enough. When you travel to the north, do you live in the forest in the north? The Igbo people in Sabongeri in Kanu, Are they living of course it's Hausa land? Are they living in the forest? They came to the town. They work very hard. They build houses. They build mansions. They develop the entire place. Is that not what they do? What are Fulani people doing in our forest? Nobody can answer that question. They say that they're pastoralists. World aspiring to be a member of the UN Security Council, where you move cattle from place to place. Are you people well at all? You so-called Nigerians, are you normal in the brain? I'm asking you a simple question. Show me a country that aspires to be in the 21st century, moving cattle from place to place, telling me they're grazing. Which country is that? Please tell me. These are people they have prepared for you to sell you down the drain. By the time the Fulanis are done with you, believe you me, if you don't rise up now to fight for your freedom, by the time Fulanis are done with you, you'll be more useless than a Hausa peasant doing Babiala somewhere in Zaria.
So tell me what is a lie. What exactly among all what Nnamdi Kanu said in this video you just saw that is not happening today? Tell me. What is this man's offense? Why is he still in detention? He only saw the future and he told Nigerians about it. Since he saw Nigerians as people that lack leadership and weren't ready to defend themselves other than surrender to the Fulani Caliphate, he wanted his people not to be a part of this disaster. But they wouldn't listen. Rather, they tagged him terrorist, rebel, and they arrested him and he has been in detention. Why he is in detention? We are the middle of everything he spoke about. And tomorrow we think Nnamdi Kanu does not deserve an apology. Anytime I look at this man's video, I just look at Nigeria and I'm beginning to like. So everybody that had the intention of saving this country has either been bite or been arrested and in prison. That is the story. When you have a good intention for Nigeria, the two places that is most likely to be your destination is either the grave or in the prison. And you think the country will ever survive like that? Nnamdi Kanu or the people that have detained him, who ought to have been detained? I leave the question for you at my audience. The comment section is open. And as for you that will come to the comment section to type rubbish, maybe because you are a tribal bigot, Amadioha, Ayelala, Ogun, Shango combined are waiting for you. Only sense will be accepted there. Nonsense won't be tolerated.
Nnamdi Kanu is a living hero. Nnamdi Kanu is a living legend. The Federal Republic of Nigeria owes Nnamdi Kanu an unreserved apology with immediate release and compensation. I'm saying this because when he was talking about the Fulani trying to take over Nigeria, it was as if he was blabbing. People could literally say, this guy is a noisemaker, he's talking gibberish. Nobody took him serious then. What is happening today? Today, even the so-called northerners, like the Hausas now, we don't even get to hear their voice. Fulani already successfully took over the north. Fulani is in middle belt. Fulani is in southeastern part of Nigeria. So Fulani is in Ebonyi state. Fulani is in Enugu. Fulani is in Abia state, Imo state, some part of Anambra state. Fulani is in Delta. I learned that in Delta, they will buy your land by compulsion, build them, and forcibly become part of the community. And you don't dare do anything. That is in Delta. Fulani is in Edo state. Fulani is in all parts of the west. I think excluding Lagos state. Fulani is in Oyo state. Fulani is in Ondo state. Fulani is in Bayelsa state. Timaya tweeted about it the other day. And Fulani is invading Nigeria in each passing second. Nnamdi Kanu is a man of great insight. He was talking about it. When he said that Tinubu wants to become the president of Nigeria, I think Tinubu was still the governor of Lagos state then. We didn't see it coming. Today, what is happening? Tinubu is the president of Nigeria. This man has seen this thing, and when he was talking, nobody listened to him. This detention of Nnamdi Kanu is a gross infringement on his right as a human being, as a British citizen, a Nigerian citizen, or Biafran citizen. He should be released with immediate effect. He should be duly compensated, and he should be apologized to. Public apology that will go all around the globe. Because he was talking about it. I want you to listen, watch this video.
Anywhere you have Fulani headsmen, terrorists for that matter, they tell you, oh, they are pastoralists. They are allowed to do their businesses in the forest. All of you are aware of it. But you kept quiet, hoping that somehow Tinubu will emerge as the president, or an Igbo man will come as the president, and your family will start enjoying. But in the meantime, you have no more farmlands, you have no more forests, you have nowhere you can call your own home. The same stupidity exhibited by Hausa peasants that enabled Fulani to take Sokoto from them, that enabled Fulani to take Katsina from them, that enabled Fulani to take even Kanu from them. Every Hausa land is occupied either by a Fulani emir or a Fulani governor. Some of you don't want to reason, you don't ever learn that the main aim of Fulani is to conquer your land and enslave you. Look at Hausa people today. As I wrote yesterday, they are worse than a discarded tissue paper. They are worth nothing. Only their language is what is relevant in their lives. Everything else is lost. That is why they are in trouble. And that is why they can never ever come out of it. They are all suffering from what I would an advanced version of the Stockholm Syndrome. Can you imagine that these people came into their land and took it over and they cannot do anything about it? Hausa is gone. It took Fulani very many years before they came out of their shell to say we are Fulani. Remember before, many years ago, they said we are Hausa Fulani. We are Hausa Fulani. Because that time their subjugation of the Hausa race hasn't been completed. Now they have completed it.
When this man was talking, nobody listened to him. Nobody took him serious. Today, what is happening? You know, if not that he strategically inaugurated the ESM boys who were in the bush, I don't know whether they are still there now, I don't know. If not because of the ESM boys, the Fulani invading of the Southeast would have been successfully, signed for long ago. By now, it will be past tense. But thank God for the little resisting force. And again, if you look at it strategically, it looks as if that the higher powers of Nigeria they are holding a stake in this insecurity. You understand? Because their body language says it all. You will call police and this is happening, you are not going to see them. You will report to governor that, they are killing people in this community. Governor is not even going to respond. He's not going to do anything. He's not going to say anything. As if though what they are killing, they are animals. Even if they are animals, there's what we call animal rights. In the Western world, you don't kill. If you kill a dog, you can be jailed. If you kill a cat, you can be jailed. So there's acting as animal rights. But we're talking about human beings right now. The Igbos will be crying, shouting, insurgency, insecurity. Nobody said anything. Okay, now, it's now touching outskirts of Igbo land somehow, When they are killing people, maiming lives, raping women in the bush, report it to the government. You are not going to hear anything. Nothing is going to happen. But just hear that one cow. It's in Nigeria that a cow is priced higher above human. Just one cow. If you hear that one cow is down, then there's going to be a riot. Before I even talk about one Fulani is down. Federal government of Nigeria owes Nnamdi Kanu an unreserved apology. That is what I know. Nnamdi Kanu is a hero. In fact, his face to appear on one of the currencies. Maybe today or tomorrow or later, whenever. But his face to show is a true hero. Thank you for engaging with my videos. But please help me to share this video. I think I'm making sense. Please help me to share the video. That's the only way I'm encouraged to do another one. When I do a video and you're not sharing it, it makes me weak. Like, I don't know, I get discouraged. I'm just trying to encourage myself. The only way you can help me is to watch the video to the end and share the video. Engage. What do you think about what I said? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to smash the like button, favorite this video because you're going to watch it later, repost it, share it with every of your contacts, and this is where I'm going to peg it today until I come your way some other time. See you at the top. You know why? Because the ground is way too crowded. Bye-bye.
The Mazi himself, Nnamdi Kanu, said the same thing some years ago, that we should protect ourselves against Fulani herdsmen, that nobody is coming to save us. We are the one that will save ourselves. The same thing, part of the reason why they are holding Nnamdi Kanu till today. Person wey don't free since 2022. The court don't strike everything off. He was supposed to be free. They are still holding him. They are still detaining him. DSS Oga come outside is telling us the same thing now, that we should protect ourselves against Fulani herdsmen. And they don't do anything, no. Why are you holding Nnamdi Kanu? Everything where Nnamdi Kanu talk, everything where he talk, it happen right in front of all of us eyes. Nnamdi Kanu still their life. He never find all the prophecy he gave us is happening. So why are you holding Nnamdi Kanu? Why is still Nnamdi Kanu in your custody? Free Nnamdi Kanu now.
But evil will come back to haunt you. All of you never knew that IPOB and this Biafra movement was for your liberation. Some of you saw maybe the oil and gas from Biafra land. If they go now, we'll have access to oil and gas. In the process of having your eyes fixated on oil and gas, your forest is gone. Do you understand it? There is nothing more precious in life than freedom. Freedom is very important. And I need you to understand this very morning. Every Yoruba person supporting Fulani, you are setting up yourself to become like the Hausa people. Remember when Hausa was supporting Fulani? We are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Where are the Hausa people today? I ask you. Where are those Hausa people today? Do you see them anymore? They're saying we are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Do you see them again today? Do you see them? I'm asking you. No, because Fulani have completely overwhelmed them. It's called emasculation. Completely emasculated them. Look at what they're doing in the East. In the East, they come to the East, I will tell you, oh, you want to be the president or vice? Yeah. They say, give us land for Ruga. They give them land. I saw Joseph Okado did that Lord Banta. They have taken it over in forever and ever. Give us land in your state. Hope of them are prove to us that you are our stooge. Give us land in Olo. Hope of them will give them land in Olo. We can go and kill people in Obibo. We can kill for them. How many Fulani governors are prepared to kill bandits? I didn't say normal people. I'm talking about armed, dangerous bandits. How many Fulani governors? Go and read your newspapers, you will see it there. Fulani governors are negotiating with them, giving them arms, giving them vehicles, making sure that their life is no longer a misery. But see, they come down to the south. They tell you, give us land for Ruga. Go and kill your people to prove to us that you're one Nigerian. That was why Obi was talking rubbish. Was talking yesterday or 2 days ago. Supported by the BBC. The problem you people have in Nigeria is this. Your journalists, you see people, Punch newspaper, Tribune, Vanguard, and Nation, they are your second worst enemies. I'm telling you the truth. They can never ever be objective in their reportage. Never ever ever. That's why all of you are suffering. But you don't know it. They were the same people used to scuttle the NSAS protest. Of course, some of you went about looking for Indomie in warehouses. Typical black people. Any revolution that is coming now, you must stand very firm. They'll say, oh, you're Igbo. Oh, you're Yoruba. Oh, you're from Urobo. Don't join them. It's our turn in 2023. If you do this, you will scuttle our chances of becoming the president in 2023. Ask yourself, all of them that have been president from time immemorial, what benefit has it brought to you as a human being? Absolutely nothing. So you have nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. You look at them now, how they have now descended on Yoruba people, asking them to concede, give us your forest, we must graze, we must do this, we must do that. And slowly before your eyes, they are giving in, they are capitulating, they are allowing them to go, if you don't give it to us, so Tinubu will not be president in 2023. Tinubu won't be the president. That's what I'm saying to you. And foolishly you will agree and hand over your land to them. And once they take your land over from you, look at Hausa. Because there is a saying where we come from. If you want to know what your life is going to become in the future, look at Hausa people. If you want to understand or appreciate, I will say, the life that you are about to bequeath to your children and grandchildren, look at Hausa people. Is there any Hausa governor today? Is there any Hausa emir? Is their land though? Katsina is Hausa land. Kanu is Hausa land. Sokoto is Hausa land. The Hausa people own it, indigenous to those areas. I'm asking you this question. Is there any Hausa man who is an emir in the north? The answer is no. Something's going to happen to you. If you don't rise up now to break, I'm not even asking people to break this rule. Demand for what rightfully belongs to you, your freedom. The freedom to decide. The freedom to write a constitution if you prefer. The freedom to live with whoever you want to live with. That is what we're asking for. But most people misunderstood what we are saying. And today, almost everything we have said about the zoo has come to pass. Everything we have told you, everything I told you has come to pass, hasn't it? Everything.
Justice for Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, justice for this man. Nnamdi Kanu has overstayed in visit in that DSS custody. Yes, this man don't do anything wrong when they say they keep him for this long. See, make I tell now one of the reasons that make Nnamdi Kanu never get in freedom. Now his own brothers, Igbo people, Igbo leaders, they are the reason why this man is still remaining under the DSS custody. Me, I never see anything where this man do where they say him bad. There's freedom of speech. Yes, there's freedom of speech in our constitution. And someone speak in mind, you want to silence that person. For what? Because of say you get little power. Nnamdi Kanu need him freedom back. Yes, DSS free Nnamdi Kanu. He doesn't kill nobody. He doesn't steal. He is not a bandit. He is not a criminal. He is not a kidnapper. He is just a freedom fighter. And he's fighting for the betterment of this country. You people kept him there. What is the essence of you keeping him there? While we have important thing to face. The bandits are disturbing the nation. You people have nothing to say. But someone just came out on social media and came out freely to speak in mind. You people got him arrested for no reason. Nnamdi Kanu need him freedom. Yes, justice for Nnamdi Kanu. Now me talk am. I see, oh no, this is Tuma Kudus.
It is happening already. I warned you and I told you. You may disregard the agitation for Biafra and tag it as nothing. But I'm warning you today, if you continue, the wrath of God will be upon you. As I warned the zoo many, many years ago, if you don't allow we Biafrans to go, that zoological republic called Nigeria will be a worse place than Somalia. And today it is happening.
You see this guy right here? Etararo, you are nobody. Understand? You are nobody. Okay, now you don't reach you side now. You don't reach you. I like him. I like as they reach everybody. Now Nigeria we day now. No be Nigeria we day. Okay, now you don't reach you side now. Now don't they ask for justice, bah? No man. But you now they look for justice. You now can't forget Deborah. And Deborah is not the only person where you now don't kill. You now don't tell what we say you now they massacre Christians. But we kept silence. Because now they seek the Christians as weak people, but gonna the days who Basbo's day game. Not anymore. Understand? So now man is supposed to una kill Deborah. Una can't they give us excuse. Okay, they give us excuse. Say Deborah insult Muhammad, I be waiting you call him. That one na for your pocket too. Who don't go, don't go. Who don't die, don't die. Okay, now you don't reach you side now. You don't reach you side now. Your body no one come down. Abi, almost see. If no justice for Deborah, no justice for any other person out there, make una mind day. Almost it's high time we start talking for this country. Waiting to happen. Okay, now see. I really get questions for Nigerians. When did hunters start traveling in this country from another state to another state, with color for that matter? I'm gonna make una mind go the day.
DSS chief, all Nigerians to begin they think of how them would they defend themselves.
God have mercy upon us.
Very, very sad.
Yes.
And now waiting Nnamdi Kanu don't they shout for years. Make everybody they defend themselves. They can't hold them. Keep them for inside the same DSS custody. Now everybody eye they open. Now many of us eye they open to reality. Now all of us they wake up. Now many of us they wake up. Things when Nnamdi Kanu saw years back. Now many of us they wake up.
I will post this thing.
Very, very sad. I they talk this thing now, all of them they look and like say na play. Like say don't go smoke again. Before many of them go realize what they talk for here. The whole world go around Lagos.
Assalamu alaikum, beautiful brother and cookie again. So this is an open message to our brothers and sisters from the south, specifically non-Muslims. This video is for the sake of posterity. is for the sake of setting the record straight. And perhaps for a few people that would have an open mind, that will look at everything that I'm going to say beyond emotions, beyond every preconceived notion or hatred that they have against either the Northerners or the Fulanis or the Muslims. For those that have made up their minds to hate us, there's really nothing that you're going to say that is going to change it. And for those people, we owe them nothing, no explanation. So this message is not for their own acceptance, it's just to set the record straight. Because for too long, anyone that has known me personally, the message has been consistent for so many years. Those that have followed my Instagram, they know the message, and the videos are still there, most of the messages. What happened in Uromi is devastating, is terrible, and it's so sad. I feel really sad that at this point in our development, just when we thought that especially as young people, that we are ready to salvage the country from the shackles of ineptitude, the shackles of this divide and rule, that our leaders have succeeded in doing. See how we have turned against each other, and then the monstrous individuals that have put us in this situation, those that have led to injustices, are having a field day, are enjoying, and they're just looking by the side. What happened in Uromi is the highest form of inhumanity that you would see. For people to come out, to hit, to slaughter, to burn, and it was really terrible to watch. And I say this without mincing words, that as a Muslim, every mob action is condemned. And we are saying this, sometimes it's really painful and annoying whenever we talk about what Islam says, and then somebody comes and they say, oh no, they are lying. We are in a time where information is out there. You have artificial intelligence and everything. Go and check for yourself. I challenge every non-Muslim to go and search for himself. What does Islam say about mob action? Is it allowed? So we condemn it. And it's really annoying that the fact that we witnessed that act of inhumanity and we came out to demand for justice, and then our brothers from the South and sisters are insulting us as if we do not have the right to demand for justice. The way they've been defending it and trying to give comparison with what happened with Deborah, which we are going to address, is really sad. Are we trying to say that what happened is right? Are we trying to say that this act of injustice, this act of inhumanity is justified for any reason? I wish to categorically state that at this point, personally speaking, it's there on my Instagram. In the year 2021, in January, my uncle was killed by bandits. My uncle was killed by bandits. I have an uncle who is in Bauchi, who has lost his eyesight due to the effects of, the activities of Boko Haram. The atrocities of bandits, the Fulani bandits, and all other bandits has affected more Muslims, more Northerners, more than any other region. Look at the activities of the likes of Bello Turji and the number of people they have killed, and then including a first-class area, the Sarkin Gobir. And as Northerners, we have always come out to condemn these people. And it was sad to see educated people that we know. And it was even more sadder that most of these people, or some of these people, are people that we meet on a daily basis. Even on Salah, they tell us, Barika di Salah, we eat food together. And for us, we think all is well. But we saw that one of the major justifications that were given, or one of the that was given, was the fact that Fulani have been, did they buy us, did they kill us? So are we trying to say that if a Fulani man who is a bandit kills you, then any other Fulani man is responsible? Is that what we're trying to say? I'm not even going to bother myself to begin to give a distinction of who a Hausa is, who a Fulani is, because for a lot of people that are from the south, they don't even bloody care. But that's not even the issue. When a Fulani bandit, if the accusation against a Fulani bandit is that he has killed, is that he has raped, is he doing that on behalf of the Fulanis or on behalf of Islam? Why then will an innocent traveler moving on the way be attacked? Remember, this isn't the first time, and that's what people fail to understand. We have numerous cases. Look at the case of Harira, the lady that was killed with her kids. What was her offense? What was the crime that she committed? Her crime, she was a northerner. She was called a Fulani. She was killed. Did you get this kind of reaction? You didn't. What happened to Ahmed Gulak? He was killed by unknown gunmen. Why? All of these issues are there. We struggle with banditry. Banditry has almost taken over the northwest. It has almost taken over some parts of the north central. If not now that things are gradually improving in some parts. The secure north, if you go check our post, how we have been coming out to cry, even during the time of Muhammadu Buhari. But every single day, we are victims, and then when things like this happen again, we cannot come out to say that an act of injustice should be condemned. How can we move forward as a nation like this? How? Suddenly it has become criminal for you to be a Fulani. So a bandit, a criminal, let's think about it. For the people, if you think that it is a Fulani issue, then why are the Fulanis killing us? We that are Fulanis like them. If you think it's an Islamic issue, why do they kill people in the mosque? A criminal is a criminal whether he's a Fulani or whether he's a Hausa man, whether he's Igbo or Yoruba, and should be condemned. You cannot gaslight people simply because all they are calling for is justice. And you begin to start certain comparisons. The first thing, the first relevant issue when a crime is committed is number one, is it a crime? Let's establish that first. Let's condemn it first. Then if you have other issues that you want us to talk about, then we talk about it. But why do we continue things like this? How can we move forward as a nation if we continue like this? The stereotype against the Fulani, the stereotype against Muslims is too much. The Islamophobia is too much. It's too much. Almost a lot of accounts are coming. Oh no, Fulanis have been killing us. So are you trying to say that if a Fulani, remember, this has happened in different parts. Even in Jos, it has always been an issue. Remember the case of Sheikh Tahir Bauchi, where his students were passing. There was an issue between, I think, the Muslims and non-Muslims, and then suddenly the road was barricaded and then they were killed. Since when has the offense of one person, why should the offense of another person affect you who is innocent? And that is what we are saying. Wallahi, if what happened to these people in Uromi had happened to Bello Turji and other bandits terrorizing the entire country, wallahi, no northerner is going to get up to tell you that what you did was wrong. We are all victims, but then to complain, to talk about it has become an issue. Let's go now to the issue of Deborah that has been mentioned over and over and over again. What happened during the case of Deborah? And I would like to give a very simple example. One scholar in the north, which a lot of non-Muslims do not like, they link him to Boko Haram and kidnapping, Sheikh Ahmad Gumi. He was amongst the very first who came out to condemn the action, to condemn mob action. Even though, and I want Muslims, non-Muslims to know this, even though the offense of blasphemy exists in Islam, it exists and attracts a capital punishment. And when we say this, it is not as if it's anything new having blasphemy laws. Blasphemy laws exist in Christianity. But even where blasphemy is committed, even when it is committed, mob justice is not allowed in Islam. So to the people that killed Deborah, was it right? No, it was wrong. As to whether the reaction was similar to this, assuming you say that, oh, you didn't get the desired reaction, we say that was wrong, that you didn't get that reaction. However, does that in any way, are you trying to say that the killing of the people in Uromi is a retaliation of what happened to Deborah? Is that what we are saying? Let's stop all this. It doesn't make any sense when we do things like this. We want to have a nation that we all should be proud of. We know that we have differences, and that's what I've always maintained. Let's look at our differences. Let's know if, as a community, as a tribe, as an ethnic group, if you have certain red lines that people shouldn't cross, and peace is going to reign. A Muslim, a northerner, should be allowed to move freely in every part of the world, in every part of Nigeria. I want to use this opportunity to say that if you want us to even have a better conversation around this, I've spent more than 10 minutes. We'll have this conversation. Let's organize spaces. Let's talk responsibly, reasonably, and understand. Nigeria cannot continue like this. Being a Fulani should never be a crime. And the demand for justice for the Uromi, we will continue to demand for this justice. And kudos to the governor of Edo State. He has really handled this matter very well. And he had to even explain to his people why he had to visit, the victims, which is really sad. We commend him for his efforts. We commend everyone that is making efforts to ensure that justice is served. And we condemn every act of mob action, whether it's by a northerner, by a Muslim, or by a Christian. And we pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will make things better. Assalamu alaikum.
It is happening already. I warned you and I told you. You may disregard the agitation for Biafra and tag it as nothing. But I'm warning you today. If you continue, the wrath of God will be upon you. As I warned the zoo many, many years ago. If you don't allow we Biafrans to go, that zoological republic called Nigeria will be a worse place than Somalia. And today it is happening.
A Fulani man with gun is a hunter. A Yoruba man with a gun is a thief. Edo man with a gun is a cultist. A Igbo man with a gun is a IPOB member. But we are all doing ourselves. A Fulani man catch with a gun is a hunter. But a Delta State man catch with a gun is a militant. Why Fulani man where they catch with gun na S-men? But Igbo man where they catch with gun na IPOB terrorists. Who do us this thing, Nigeria? Nigeria, who do us this thing? It's time to open our eye. Nigeria, more open our eyes.
So guys, you have seen the warning coming from the north. You have seen the warning coming from the north. They don't care about what the Fulanis have been doing. They don't care about the menace of the Fulanis. They've come out to say the Southerners are inferior. They are more superior. They will send the military. If they come, they will eat up your farm, buy you, sleep with you. If you try to mess up, they will buy you and they will send the armies after you. What is it that one has not heard from these Fulanis? Is it lack of education, or is it just this is how naturally they are created? I mean, that is their natural self. That's what I've still not understood, because the kind of threats that have come out from the northerners, I think the southerners should really brace up. It's time to say no to any Fulani cow in the south, because these people, they will actually push people to the wall, and when something eventually happens, they will now start telling people that they are coming for war. Can you imagine that? They are the ones instigating people to anger. They are the ones making, look at the buying of people. Hey, Southerners, is it? Oh my God. Southerners are really so gentle, honestly. Southerners are really so gentle. The Fulanis have been provoking the Southerners to this point, and people are just taking it for granted. Now it has gotten to the point that the sin of the Fulanis is what led to the buying of those hunters. Sincerely, the Southerners are not good at buying people. But because of the pressure from the Fulanis, that was actually what led to the buying of those people. Now, instead of the North to sit down and think, why did this happen? They should know that it is because of the fear that the Fulanis have put in the minds of the people, that if they dare see them, they will not want to spare them. Now, the Northerners are now speaking after all the buying of people I mean, be it in Yoruba land, be it in Igbo land, be it in the South, where are these Fulanis not buying people? Look at Benue, look at Plateau, look at Adamawa, look at Bauchi, all those places. I mean, even they call North, like Sokoto State, where the Fulanis have, the bandit Fulanis have all displaced people. There are IDP camps everywhere, and somebody is coming to give this serious warning over the buying of those 14 hunters, which many Nigerians do not support. Anyway, guys, that's to tell you that the North and the South are not compatible. It is time to divide this country. Divide this country. Just divide it. There is no point mixing words, because sometimes people don't want to go this route. But I think what is happening on ground calls for division of this country. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.